Okay, that's a close look at Tate Hill there. Originally this street was called Aglias and something, can't pronounce it. It's now in Henrietta Street. Seemingly it was renamed in 1761 after the wife of Nathaniel Chomley. But a landslide in 1787 made a great part of this street disappear. And the last landslide apparently was in 1923. This little Fortune's Kippers, very, very prominent. Seemingly a number of times the fire brigade are called out because tourists see smoke billowing out of this smoked kipper establishment and think the place is on fire. And the fire brigade have to turn up. Of course, if they don't, they wouldn't be doing their job. That's it. Mr. Kipper Smoker was having a look at me there. Who's this chap walking around with a camcorder talking to himself? Well, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you. Hopefully, if anybody watches it. That's a great view, isn't it? I like these cottages. If you look at them from the opposite side, which we will do, that one there, look at that. It's leaning and it's been propped up by that one. Cute and expensive. See you a bit later. This is coming back down from we've gone down Henrietta Street, didn't film it again, but now we're coming down to sort of like the main tourist area. If you look, there's the Whitby Jet Museum, and you come round the corner and we're into the main sort of, it's 1 o'clock, so it's quite busy, but this is the main part of Church Street. And as you're coming down, you'll see there's every one of these has got like woodwork yard, and there's these little yards on the left hand side. Each one has its own particular name, and in the distance you can see the main square town hall. Just have a little look down there. Look, that's a slipway going down to the sea. But one of the most famous yards is this one, I think purely because of its name. It's a place where you can go for a good argument. Arguments Yard. They all have individual names. It's things like, let's take a look at this one just as an example. I'm not sure what it's called, but that one's called Lee's Yard. Probably not one of the most picturesque actually, but So as we're coming down, we're now going to come to probably two of the most famous pubs in Whitby. The first one is called, it's the Black Horse Pub, and seemingly when they were digging out the cellar at one point they found the remains of it was a midden, Abbey Kitchen midden, which had lots of treasures. One was it's a bula, there's the pub, of the Archdeacon of Boneface AD 679, and ivory combs and spoons and things like that, and they've all now gone to the Whitby Museum. And if we carry on a little bit further down, we come to the opposite of the Black Horse. Maybe that was for the baddies, and this is for the goodies, because it's the White Horse and Griffin. Well, seemingly the White Horse and Griffin, the Griffin bit, is the crest of the Chomley family, and here they used to have a stagecoach which went to Whitby twice a week, and it's also said that Charles Dickens often stayed here, and said there were oyster shells in the back stable yard, and this is still there. Anyway, now we'll go back to the square, because the square's got a little bit going for it. It's a shame we've got scaffolding on it today, but obviously it's not normally there, is it? Scaffolding on the front actually, what a pity, never mind. just head down. And it's always been a spot where markets took place. In fact, seemingly, I think they used to go right down Church Street. This will be a tiny fraction of what used to go on here. But you can see this is the marketplace. Yeah, quite a pity we've got the scaffolding on it, but anyway, the town hall was built in 1788 by Nathaniel Chomley on the site of a former toll booth. And there was a jail on the ground floor where butter and eggs were sold there and things like that. The spiral staircase goes up inside their centre bit, where they used to have a town burgess met, and they had a court each week where the manor was held. So now we're going to go down Sandgate. Can't see any sand, but there's probably a few gates. Oh dear. This actually leads down to the bridge where Custom House is. And there's a little lane on the left here where actually one of my customers has a cottage. It's called Elby Lane. It was a shortcut down to the beach basically, I guess, from Church Street. And particularly, I suppose, those two pubs. I think quite a few smugglers used to use those pubs. It'd be a good way to nip up, wouldn't it, and do your trading. So we're back where we were, the Dolphin and the bridge. So we'll see you on the other side.